There was a self-satisfaction from Four Oaks that you can't buy with money, and so just the feeling that, you know, you made some little bit of help, you know, I wouldn't trade it.
Well, it was an interesting time in, of course, this agency's history. It was interesting because what was happening was that there was a need to put together a better facility to serve the boys that were housed here at Boys Acres. And so a board was being assembled to accomplish that task. And what was unique about it was that I was asked to join the board because I was an architect. The rest of the board each had a skill set. Carl Tronvold in real estate, Chuck Kent, insurance. We had Jim Shipman as an attorney, and then we kept adding other individuals to the board to be able to share expertise. And I think that's been the success story of Four Oaks.
When we originally started with the 10 boys, we were more involved with the boys. We probably knew a little bit about each one of the 10 cases. We would interact with the boys. I know that there would be some football played with the boys on Sunday afternoons. Some of them would go home for a visit to our homes.
Everybody on the board had a job, and we couldn't afford to hire it done, so we all did it, you know, for free or out of the goodness of our hearts. And it was fun. It was really fun to be involved and to be actively involved. The first few years, I remember doing the bookkeeping for Four Oaks on the kitchen table out at Bertram. That was before we had laptop computers and Excel spreadsheets. So it was all done by hand on the kitchen table.
We always had a Christmas party out at Bertram at the house. We tried to find a place for all of these boys to go during Christmas. And they just got this one boy in and said, we don't have any place for him to go. And I said, well, let me take him home. And we ended up adopting him. And he's a wonderful, wonderful person.
You know, if we were going to grow, we had to, in my mind, grow with a purpose. It wasn't just, you know, going out to grow to grow. I can say I'm proud of how it developed or how it ended up.
You couldn't imagine the growth of an organization like we have witnessed at Four Oaks. The culture not only included this belief that you can take misfortune in kids' lives or their parents' efforts to be good parents and treat them as opportunities to achieve even bigger and better things than they ever would have without the adversity.
The culture was more around, let's spend time talking about how we can get it done instead of talking about why it won't work. We had a lot of creative minds, so that was a big positive. You didn't have to do it yourself. We had 4, 5, 6, 10 other people. But I think the culture was, how are we going to get this done? Not can we or will we, or these are all the things that are in the way of success here. I think we created a vision of where we wanted to go, and then basically said, is this reasonable? And probably most of the time we should have said no, but we didn't.
What we grew to be from Boys Acres to Four Oaks, we'd have to thank Jim Ernst. Jim always had one more idea on what we could do to help some child or some family program-wise. And so it just evolved from almost from one meeting to another. We took the chance and made it work.
It's just that building that foundation, I think, and allowing that next generation to take it to the next level and take it to the next level after that. And I don't think we ever envisioned a $40 million business. It was a combination of impact from a whole bunch of people.
We've stepped up and created programs, housing, other types of facilities as needed, over the years, and it's allowed us to become the premier children's agency in the state of Iowa. That's what's been exciting for me, because you don't have many opportunities to have an impact.
Whatever little part I've played in the life and growth of Four Oaks has benefited me more than I've benefited it. I just come back to my belief that I'm one of the luckiest guys that you'll ever meet, and if you can pay back a little bit this way, and you ought to do it, and be thankful that you have been given that opportunity.
Hopefully, the children that we have taken care of or have had in our care, I'm hoping that the impact that we have had in treating them does lead to the successful adult.
Just a lot of great people over the years, and to see the impact that the organization had on them was fun. It was a cool experience. It's also a great experience with the original guys, Jim and Scott and Carl and Chuck, and you could go on forever. We've had lasting friendships for years.
It's just been a privilege to be a small part of it.
When you look back on trying to pick out different things over the years, how you may have made a difference in something. And so I just think now, in 45 years, how many kids, how many families have been helped? And you look back and it's thousands on thousands of families. And so the impact to me has been very personal. I consider this Four Oaks a highlight of my life.